welcome back. Today I am doing a first impression on something I'm super excited about, and that is this palette here from Musée Beauty. This is the Impressionist palette. Musée Beauty is a new indie brand that I first discovered on Annette's Makeup Corner. Annette did a first impression on this palette and I was intrigued. So I went ahead and ordered it, and here we are. So we're gonna get started with that in just a second. Before we do, hi, if you're new here, I'm Annie. This is See My Bliss _beauty. I am a 40-something lover of color who believes that you can have fun with color at any age. If that sounds interesting, I'd love to have you stick around and subscribe. So let's talk first a little bit about this brand. I'm just going to be reading a little bit from their website. So this palette here retails for $42. It has 16 shades, 8 mattes, and 8 shimmers, so it's equally divided. And the whole concept behind this was, of course, Impressionism painting. So on their website, what they say is, why Impressionism? Impressionism is characterized by observing the way light constantly interacts with our world. Impressionists desired reflection of the landscapes and scenery around them in their artwork, always focusing on the play of light and shadow. Much like an impressionist, we used highlighter and shimmering pigments to see how these mediums interact with our canvas, our face. So I really do love the whole concept of this palette. I think it's super cute. They are based in Texas. Currently, unfortunately, they do only ship in the United States, but on their website, they do say that they are looking at options for international shipping. So hopefully this will be available to those outside of the US soon-ish. Let's talk about my ordering process before we look inside. I ordered this palette on Monday. What date was Monday anyways? I think I would know that. Let's see. I ordered it on Monday, June 29th, and they shipped it out the same day. I got a shipping notification later that afternoon that my palette had shipped. I paid, well, I did not pay $42 for this because I used Annette's code. So I will link Annette's video down below, though I think it's going to be her 3 looks 1 palette video that has the code in it. So I'm going to link that down below for you. So like I said, this does retail for $42. I used Annette's code to get 10% off. So I paid $37.80. I did not pay for shipping. And being in California, I actually did not pay for tax either. My complete total was $37.80, and I received it in the mail on Friday, so it took 4 days to get to me. So exciting. So here it is. Let's go ahead and open it up. It has this cute little sleeve. I should say in the box too, it came with this really cute little sticker. I don't know, I'm not really a sticker person. I don't know what I'll do with that, but it did come with a cute little sticker, and it came with a card. Meet Musée Beauty. Makeup is an art form and you are an artist. We're creating a makeup brand for creators just like you and us. We make creative makeup and more accessible through providing you with easy to apply products so you can create a cool look in the time it takes for you to brew your morning coffee. Super cute. So this is the inside of the palette. It looks exactly the same as the outside, other than now we look like we have a little frame here. And this is the color story. It's really, really pretty. Definitely something you would think about like Monet with like water lilies and things like that. Absolutely gorgeous. I think that the inside definitely reflects what the packaging is here. They are a cruelty-free brand, but I don't believe they're vegan. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and dive into this. My thought process for today's first impression look is to do something kind of inspired actually by the packaging. So I want to use the blues, the greens, and the pinks. So I think what my plan is going to be is to kind of go in with the light green and this other darker green up top, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of the blue there so I can blend it into this more darker pinky shade. And then I'm probably just going to use this pink shimmer all over the lid, and most likely it will be Wisp, which is the lightest shimmer in the palette, in my inner corner. And then my lower lash line, I will probably just use the dark the dark green and the blue. So here we go. I'm going to get started using a Luxie, what is this? Small tapered blending brush. This is the 231. I'm going to take this shade Parasol, which is the lightest green here. And we are just going to pick a little bit of that up on the brush and put it here in the inner corner. So when working with a new formula, I always go in pretty gently because I'm never sure how much pigment they are. I have not swatched these yet. I will insert swatches at the end of this video. But I never know how much pigment we're going to start with, and I don't want to go in and have a hard time blending it out. Let me zoom you in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. This is really pretty, and it is blending out very nicely. That's very pretty. I like that. It blended out very, very nicely. There is no patchiness, no splotchiness, nothing like that. Really, really nice formula so far. Then we're going to go into the shade Undergrowth, which is the darker green here. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up on this Luxie 229, also tapered blending, and we are just going to pop that next to that lighter Parasol shade.
Every single night it's a lucid light. He's a bit like James Dean's silky hair. If this is a dream, wake me. Winter, summer, we got time. Lucid light. Yes or no?
Really, really nice. Very smooth formula that it just goes on beautiful. I'm impressed so far. Granted, I've only used 2 shades, but so far so good. Next, I am going to go in with, if I can find the brush I'm looking for, this blue shade here. This is the shade Almond right here. And I'm going to just put, changed my mind actually. First thing I'm going to do before I go in with that shade, I'm actually going to lay down the pink. Let's see, amaranthine, amaranthine, I don't know how you say this. This shade here, it's just my kind of color. And of course, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics crease brush, and I'm going to just put this here. I'm going to do a typical for me kind of look. I really do appreciate kind of a winged out look on myself. This is really pigmented. Gorgeous. I'm not going to bring it in to touch that green yet. I'm going to go in with the blue to kind of blend those two together. Hoping that it'll kind of make a purple with this kind of pinky shade. Okay, that was effortless.
Whatever they do, we can do it better. Blinding smiles and on-point style.
Seriously effortless. That was so easy. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this blue shade here. So Almond is this blue shade. I think I'm going to take that on a different brush. Let's see, I'm going to take it here on a Luxie 213 eye shading brush, and I'm just going to bridge that gap to blend these two together, and then I'll go back in with that pink and blend where it meets the blue.
They can play well, but we foretell.
Again, that went down so smoothly, so easily, completely effortlessly. There is no patchiness. Just, I'm impressed.
I'm not joining a race. I'm not in it for the chase. Go be
gonna go back in with that brush that I used with the pink, and I'm just gonna kind of blend where those two shades meet. And I think looking at it, because where they meet it's darker, because it did make that kind of purple shade, I'm going to go ahead with a little bit more of that almond and just kind of pull that and make a more, add a little bit more depth here in the outer corner here.
Go wide and far, lucid light.
I could probably use the brown to do this, but
He taught me to be me. It's the difference not.
okay, I'm very happy with this. So the 4 shades I've used so far have been pretty incredible. The next thing I want to do is, I don't want to do it like a straight up cut crease, because I kind of want to keep with that impressionist feel where everything is just kind of soft edges and all of that. So I'm going to go in with my NYX Glitter Primer, but I'm not going to make a sharp line. So I'm going to take it on this fluffier brush. This is just an eye shading brush from Lash. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to kind of put it here on my lid and just kind of, again, not trying to make a perfect line. I want this to be soft. And then I'm going to go in with that pink shade.
Distance, oh yes or no, high or low, whatever they do, we can do it better.
So I use a glitter primer every time I use a shimmer. I just feel like they just make your shimmers apply that much better. So I'm just going to kind of use this same brush, and I'm going to go into this pink shimmer shade here. This is called Water Lily. Now, just looking at them in the pan and from watching Annette's review and her 3 looks 1 palette, I know that these are not going to be as bright and sparkly and metallic as I prefer in a shimmer. But that is, again, that's my personal preference. That is nothing wrong with the formula. And for not being a metallic shimmer, I gotta say, this is very pretty. And I'm just gonna take it up here. I know it's weird mixing that pink into that green, but then I'm just going to blend out that edge. That's actually very pretty. I do like that. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit brighter if I used my finger. Yeah. Definitely. If you want to amp it up, like always, use your finger. That's really nice.
Smarts and on-point style. They can play well, but we foretell.
That's super pretty. I'm going to go in with that very first brush I used with a light green, and I am really just going to kind of blend right along the edge of where that pink heads its way into the greens and blues. Just again to soften things up. I might even go in.
Whatever they do, we can do it better.
It's really pretty. I really, really like this. I'm impressed. I'm gonna say first impression here so far is very good. I'm just gonna go here and make sure I've got everything here in the outer corner nice and blended.
They can play well, but we foretell. Yes, we foretell.
Okay, so for my lower lash line, I am going to go in again with the blues and the greens. I'm going to start with Almond, and I'm just going to pick that up on this little smudger brush from IT Cosmetics, and I'm going to just place that here in the outer edge.
There's no heaven, there's no hell. Oh, 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 oh.
just so nice. Then I'm going to pick up another little smudger brush, and I'm going to go in with the greens. Just a little bit of Undergrowth first, which is this darker green.
We are silent, not on will. Oh, 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 oh.
And then I'm going to pick up Parasol, which was the lightest shade green, and I'm going to use that to put here in the extreme inner corner and to kind of blend everything out underneath.
Oh, yes or no, high or low, whatever they do, we can do it better. Blinding smiles and on-point style, they can play well, but we foretell yes or no.
Okay, I am super happy with this so far. And now I'm just going to highlight my inner corner using this little tiny Luxie pencil brush here. I'm going to go in with the shade Wisp, which is kind of looking in the pan, kind of like a champagne shade. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that. That's nice. That's much brighter than I was expecting, even without a glitter glue. And we're going to drag it under just a smidge. And make sure I blend it here in the inner corner as well.
Whatever they do, we can do it better.
Okay, so here's where we are so far. I'm going to go ahead and apply my liner and my mascara, and then we'll come back to see the finished look, and I will give you my first impression. I think you guys can probably already know what I'm going to say about the Impressionism palette, but I will come back and give you my official first impression once I have done all of that. Hold 1 second. Okay, so here is the final look using the Musée Beauty Impressionism palette.
They can play well, but we foretell.
In my waterline today, I just use Urban Decay's Freak just to kind of pull in a little bit more of that green in a little brighter way. So, yeah, this hair, oh, this hair. Ignore the hair, my salon still isn't open, probably won't be opening anytime soon. It wouldn't really be safe. We had 92 cases in our county on Friday. Haven't seen the numbers for this weekend. I don't know if they'll be up or not, but yeah, so probably better to stay closed for a little while. We'll just have to look, yeah, ratchet. So let's talk about this palette here. So I mean, you probably already know what I'm going to say. I'm impressed. Annette was not wrong when she said that this is a fantastic formula. These mattes blended out effortlessly, and they blended in very nicely to one another. Out here in my outer corner, I am just impressed by how the pinky shade and that blue blended in together. I think this color story is really nice and does remind me a lot of Impressionism painting. And yeah, the shimmers. So the shimmers are fine, is what I'm going to say. I think a lot of people will love these shimmers. I just like a little bit more sparkle. That doesn't make these shimmers bad by any means. They went on very smoothly. That pink is nice and opaque, very pigmented. Again, I do always use NYX Glitter Primer under my shimmers because it just makes everything just pop that much more. My personal taste, I like a little bit more sparkle, a little bit more metallic foiled look. But I'm not mad at these. I think it's really pretty. This shade Wisp here that I put in my inner corner, that surprised me. That is not over a glitter primer at all, and it went on so bright. So I imagine that over a glitter primer, it would be like really poppin'. So yeah, overall, I am really happy with this palette. I am not mad that I purchased it. Again, this is not a review. This is a first impression. My first impression on using less than half of these shadows is a very good one, and I do want to reach for this palette again. I will probably do at least one more video using this palette if I can try to figure out how to make a probably just two look video with it without making it, you know, 5,000 years long, I will do that. Otherwise, you'll probably see at least one more look using this palette. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye here. I'm going to insert swatches at the end here. So do stick around for those if you're interested in seeing all of the shades swatched out. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. And while you're there, just kind of scooch on over, hit subscribe. I'm uploading a couple times a week lately, and I hope I can continue on that. And if you'd like to see more of me, this look, many others, I am on Instagram at @seemybliss_beauty. I will be running actually a giveaway over there. It's just a small giveaway. My Instagram is quite small. I just hit 700 followers, so I'm just doing a very small giveaway. I do have another giveaway planned for when I hit 1,000. So if you're not following me over there, please just jump on over and do that, and hopefully I'll see you there. And now we're gonna get started with the swatches, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Things unsaid, and you cannot forget how my mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but they are just some old scars. We should never be afraid